Hey peeps, welcome to another exciting episode in My World, My Girl Smile. It's your hostess, the Google Rejoice Mom. I'm here with you again. So today, our topic is teenage relationships and campus dating. And our guest is in the person of Madame Priscilla Sa. Stay with us and we'll be right back after this short break. Thanks for staying with us. Without much ado, let's hop right in. Okay, so Madame Priscilla, how are you doing today?
I'm good, and you?
Oh, I'm fine. Okay. So my first question for you today is, what is your opinion on teenage relationships and campus dating?
I will start from who a teenager is.
Yes, please.
A teenager is someone between the ages of 13 and 19. And relationship, I would say, is the connection. Relationship is the connection between two people, being by blood or by marriage.
Okay.
And my opinion on teenage relationship and campus dating, I would say personally, I am not against it,
Yes.
or it's not bad either. But it becomes bad when they are involved in any bad act or any intimate act, that is kissing, having sex. That's what I would say.
So you think the boundaries of relationships should just be like hugs and handshakes?
Basically.
Hugs and handshakes.
Handshake.
Thank you. So what do you think is the ideal age for a teenager to get into a relationship?
I would say after 18 years.
Yes, please.
By then, you know the real meaning of love or the real meaning of relationship. I would say after 18 years.
After 18 years, you say. So you think it's possible for one to actually find love after 18 years?
Of course, yes.
Okay.
By then, you'll be matured enough to know the negative and then the positive side of it.
Okay. Okay, so Madame Priscilla, according to you, what are some of the do's and don'ts of relationships at teenage?
Okay, I'll start with the don'ts.
Okay.
The do's, sorry.
Yes, please.
One should be ready to support the other or to sacrifice for the other. And then to love and understand his or her partner. And with the don't, as I said earlier, they shouldn't involve too much in any intimacy. Yes.
Okay. So the dudes, can you be clear on some things that teenagers are permitted to do when they're in relationships?
When they are in relationship, they are permitted to help one another.
Yes.
In terms of encouragement, advice, in a positive way though. Yes.
Okay. And the don'ts here strictly on no
Strictly
intimacy.
intimacy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what are some risks involved in getting into teenage relationships?
Firstly, I would say you have to compromise your time. Yes. And then you have divided attention. That's for your studies. And then sometimes you may even end up losing your friends because some friends will be against your relationship. So you may end up losing some of your friends. Yes.
Okay. So from risk, Can you talk about some disadvantages of some teenage relationships?
Yes.
How negative it affects teenagers?
One, mostly they are driven away from their studies,
Yes.
and they lose focus on their career and then their potentials, I would say. Yes.
Okay.
And then when they involve, as I said earlier, when they are involved in any intimate act, they might end up being pregnant. That is teenage pregnancy.
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
Yes.
And some contraction of
STDs or STIs.
Okay.
Yes.
So not focusing on only the negatives,
Yeah.
what are some advantages of getting into teenage relationships?
Advantages, I would say, you help each other.
Yes.
Yes. Not financially though, but in your studies, in terms of when you are down, a little word of encouragement. Yes. Yes. I would say.
So you speaking of not financially,
Yeah.
do you think it's right for a partner to take money from the other?
No,
It's not acceptable.
it's not acceptable. Because they are both students. As we said, campus dating. They are both students. So it's not advisable.
But it could be a thing of I help you, you help me, like we support each other. You know.
In what way?
In what way? If I don't have, you give me. If I have, I give you. Like, you know, in some situations, I feel like it's necessary, but in others, I feel like no, it's not necessary. One doesn't have to be taken from the other all the time. I feel like it should be like a 50-50.
Give and take.
Give and take something.
Okay.
Okay. So what are some of the causes of relationship breakups?
Lack of communication.
Yes.
Yes. Excessive jealousy. Excessive jealousy. And that is what is killing our teenagers now. Yes. When you are in a relation, most guys, when you are in a relationship with them, they don't want you to talk to any other guy.
Yes, please.
They don't want to see you in any way with any other guy. So excessive jealousy. Yes. And then some are also demanding. They want attention.
Yes.
Every minute they want to be with you. Every second they want to be with you. Yes, I would say.
Okay. So what would you define as a toxic relationship? And how would you spot a toxic relationship?
I would say a toxic relationship is when the other partner becomes more aggressive, or you see any changes in his or her behavior. Should I limit to the guys or both?
Just in general perspective.
When you realize that your partner is being too aggressive, verbally abusive, like everything is really changing about him or her. Yeah.
So, Madam Priscilla, there's this thing about African parents. You see, they easily become aggressive and unsupportive when they find out their kids are in relationships. So what do you have to say to the parents out there? And how do you think they should handle issues like this when they find out their teenage kids are in relationships?
Good. I would advise parents not to be mad at their children or their words.
Yes, please.
Yes. Because as I said, that when they get to that stage, adolescent stage, they become rebellious. And naturally, they have feelings for the opposite sex. So when they find out that they are in a relationship, they shouldn't be mad. They should rather advise and guide them, let them know the positive and the negative side of being in a relationship.
Okay. So, coming down to relationship breakups, you see, girls are so emotional and they have these soft spots. So, what do you have to say to girls out there who suffer from relationship breakups and find it hard to recover from situations like this? So,
Because, as you said, girls mostly get affected because the guys, they've seen that, or they know that they are fragile and then they are very vulnerable. They take advantage of that.
yes, please.
Yes. And you know, every little thing that happens to them, they get so emotional. And then, they mostly get affected by guys.
So what advice do you have to give to a broken girl on how to recover quickly from a breakup?
I'll tell them they should forget about the past.
Yes,
It
please.
has already happened. They should move on. And then be careful in their next relationship. They should study them. I always tell them, before you get into a relationship, you have to study your partner. Know him. Know his weakness and his likes and dislikes.
Yes,
Yes.
please.
So I always tell them they should be careful when they get into a new relationship.
Okay. So this is to the girls out there from me. Whenever you get into relationships and it comes to an end unexpectedly, not as planned, and you feel broken or something, just remember that this is not the end of the world. And definitely there are so many out there. Like people say, there are so many fishes in the sea. It also come rightfully when it's necessary. So one breakup shouldn't be the cause of your downfall. Please do well to recover. Because you know, as people say, boys can lie. So like if they break up with you, that doesn't mean that's the end of the world though. Recover, recover quickly as you can and move on. Because you see, there's this thing that when somebody leaves you and then you become happy, you know, it bash them, like they'll vex, like they'll become really angry. So yes, and to the parents out there, please have it easy on your children when you get to know their relationships. I think when you build stronger communication with your kids, they become more free with you and they can express their feelings to you. So you wouldn't find it so wrong when you find out they're in relationships. Just take it easy and understand the situation because it's part of teenagers now. It's something that has become part and parcel of us. It's going to be really difficult to eradicate teenage relationships in this generation. So dear parents, please have it easy on your teenage kids when you find out they're in relationships. Of course, you can get angry, but there are different approach you can take in situations like this. So this brings us to the end of today's episode. Please do well to leave your opinions in the comment section. Like and subscribe to this video as well. Share and turn on your post notification bell. And remember, I have a voice, you have a voice, and together we can empower one another. My girl smile. See you later.